Back working on the Honda Pilot. I got the bushing. These are basically the compliance bushings. They finally showed up, so I'm gonna install these. Now I already installed the struts assembly. It would have been a lot easier when everything was apart, but at the time I didn't have the parts, and now I just gotta take those both out. These should be 219s and 114 facing down. The 219s are facing up. Take this out. I think that was a 21 or a 19. Pry the whole arm out, and then I should be able to slide that bushing out without having to take off the extra arm, because the lower ball joints are fine, so I don't want to take it apart and next thing you know end up messing up that bushing. So this one is where you take out the 14. A little bit of a pain, but it's not too bad. These are the 219s. You gotta take these out. Okay, so with those out, you just gotta come over here and take this 21 out, and then you should be able to slide this whole thing out, and that should give you enough room to be able to loosen this. This nut is a 21. I already loosened it. Sorry, this one's not 21, this is a 22. So just loosen it, and I'm gonna get a pry bar so I can pry everything else out. So that bolt is out. All three of these bolts are out. I have the jack underneath there supporting the low control arm. So when I first originally did this, everything was loose. So now I'm doing it with everything attached. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. Oh, it's coming out. Yeah, it's coming out, but look, I'm gonna need both hands. So everything's out. Now I just gotta find a way to wiggle this down so I could just take off the bushing at the bottom. And once I get that figured out, I'll let you guys know, but everything is out. Okay, so got it off. Well, everything's still in the car. Basically, I had to get it had this little lid right here, this little ridge, so it was catching on this portion right here. So I just basically pulled the whole arm back, slide it down, and then once it's down, hit it with a little hammer. And these are all the cracks that was causing the vibration. So every time the vehicle will move, this will rock in and out. So anytime you hit a bump, the suspension feel a little bit sloppy, and the steering will also will wiggle from right to left. So that's the reason why I replaced these first. And these I was gonna do it, but like I said before, we didn't have them. But this is how you change the compliance bushing. Now I ended up with a Dorman kit, so just gonna match it up. Nope, not that one. Okay, so these are the Dorman kit. These are supposed to be a pretty good version versus the OEM, so hopefully they are a lot better, because this one looks a little weak, but we'll put them in about the same size, so I'm gonna put them in, make sure everything works. First, I'm gonna get some anti-seize to just put on the bolt, so you know, just in case if I ever have to go back in here, wherever, it's not a real pain. So now just gotta fight with getting it back in. So this is how I have it. I have everything lined up there. This one's almost in. I just slide it in, and I'm using a pry bar, just push it in, and then everything should just slide right in. See, right there, just gotta slide in. So there's no one set way to get it in. So like I said, I just put it in, I pried it, and just, you know, put a little WD-40 on it, and it slid right in. So now all I have to do is just hit this in, and then this will slowly go in. So just basically work both sides. So there you go, that's how I got it in. Put a jack underneath there to lift it up a little bit so I could slide that side in. When that side went in, this just went in super easy. So now I'm gonna use the jack to align the both. It goes through here, and then I'll put these bolts in and tighten everything down. So everything is in, everything is tightened up, but the most important part is when you're tightening it up, make sure you put a jack underneath to raise the control arm and the suspension up to about quote-unquote right height. This is the best I could do since I don't have an alignment rack, so I can make sure, you know, it's stable. But this is about more or less where it was when it was on the ground. So that's tightened up. That's how you change the compliance bushing for these cars. Well, without having to take off the lower ball joint and take out the whole arm, because this arm is about $400. That bushing is $40, and that's all that was bad.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.